What's up, guys? This is your buddy Big Money for Eternity, and I have come back to you with a new story video. And today, if you thought the last one was bad, oh, you ain't seen nothing yet. I got a good one for you today. This story takes place probably around 2008. And it happened, believe it or not, it happened on Facebook. And you know that Facebook, if you want to see drama, Facebook is the place to see it. Well, our story begins where I logged on to Facebook one morning to check and see if I had any messages and to read any notifications that my friends had posted overnight. Because some of my friends are either night owls or they live across the pond where their time zones are different. So I had quite a few to read, so I went through them and looked at the ones I wanted to look at. And then I noticed that one of the people that posted was a guy that I hadn't talked to in a while. So I figured, I'll pop on over to his wall and drop him a line, say good morning to him, no harm done. Well, I went over and I posted on his wall, and I figured, okay, he'll see it when he gets up. So about 10 minutes later, I was surfing around on Facebook, and about 10 minutes later, I saw my instant message indicator light up, and it had a 1 on it. And I figured that it was one of my friends that I hadn't talked to getting back to me about a message I'd sent them a while back or whatever, so I didn't think anything of it. But when I went to go look at the message, it was actually from the guy who I had left the wall post for 10 minutes before. Well, the next thing I know, I go to read this message, and guys, I'm going to tell you something. This guy was livid. And I had absolutely no idea why. I mean, when I wrote the wall post, I didn't write anything nasty. It was just a good morning, how you doing? Hope you have a good day, etc. Just a standard friendly message. You guys know that I don't write mean stuff. I'm not a mean person. So anyway, he is just ripping into me, dropping so many F-bombs. It was like the Japanese bomb in Pearl Harbor, okay? I have never seen seen anybody use that many F-bombs, okay? It was just atrocious. So he just reaming me about how I left the wall post on his wall, and that when I left it, his phone went off and made this noise and woke him up. And here I am trying to defuse the situation. I'm like, calm down. I said, I didn't know. I said, I didn't know you had a thing on your phone that woke you up. And I said, and I'm thinking to myself, why does this guy have his phone on anyway if he's sleeping, So I apologized to him, but he was just not having it. He was like, whatever, F-bomb, 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 whatever, blah, 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 F-bomb, just dropping F-bombs left, right, and sideways. So then after so long, he just didn't want nothing to do with me. He was done. So he actually unfriended me even. He didn't block me, he just unfriended me. Just because of that. So, and I'm not going to name any names in this story, by the way, so that everybody stays protected and nobody knows anything about it. So anyway, I go to one of my other friends on Facebook that I know really well. He's a really nice guy. We get along great. He's my brother from another mother. And, he's one of those guys that if you mess with your boy, if anybody messes with your boy, you got to go through him. So I go to him about it. So, he's just like, Mikey, calm down. Don't worry about it. Everything will be fine. So then I'm like, okay, and I'm trying to go about the rest of my day. Well, then I see, not long after I talk to him, I see my notification thing light up again. So I'm like, okay, I wonder what it is. So I pull it down, and I notice it's from the guy that I had just talk to about this guy flying into me, So I go over and I read the post. And what he had written was that he was now ticked off majorly at the guy who had just messaged me and tore into me. Because like I said, you mess with your boy, you got to mess with him. So I'm like, I'm thinking to I wasn't going to tell him to not do this because it's his wall. I'm not going to tell him how to use it. So anyway, he wrote this big long post and I'm thinking, I don't know why he did this because I don't think anybody's going to care. Well, then I watched my notification thing again. And the next thing I know, it just starts lighting up like crazy. I mean, there's just like comment after comment after comment after comment after comment coming in on this guy's post. And they're all in favor of me. These people are defending me. And I'm thinking, oh my God, what did I start, So, and a few of the people that had commented on his post, on my friend's post, they started sending me friend requests. And your boy, he's not, me, I'm not about to deny a friend request, okay? If you want to be friends with me, you're friends with me. You can't get away without being friends with me on there. So anyway, all these people are sending me friend requests, and I'm like, accepting somebody I can't keep up, Well, then, after a while, because when my friend wrote the post on his wall, he had mentioned that I'm in a wheelchair, which is why if you mess with your boy, you got to mess with him. So anyway, all these people, power lifters included, and this guy that reamed me was a power lifter. He must have been on a roid rage or something, so I don't know. But anyway, most of these guys were power lifters that I was getting, that I was having them say, Mike, sorry to hear about what happened to you, blah blah blah. And these were people that a lot of these guys were people that I didn't even know. Well, then after I get done accepting like I don't know how many friend requests, and then after I saw that the comments on this post were starting to slow down, I decided to go and look at how many he actually got. How many comments he actually got on this. And there were like, I don't know how many. It was just crazy. But as I looked, I noticed that there was one comment that stuck out. And it was from a guy that was not a power lifter. And again, just like the rest of the comments, it was in favor of me. And the guy was like, Mike, we're sorry to hear that this happened to you. My name is blah, 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 and I am... Now listen to this, guys. This is where it gets real right here. He was like, Mike, I'm sorry to hear that this happened to you. My name is blah, 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 and I'm with this company. And we were going to sponsor, name withheld, during his powerlifting competition on date withheld. So this was like back in 2008. So then I keep reading it, and it goes on to say, since we do not tolerate the slander or something like that toward individuals with disabilities, we have decided not to sponsor name withheld for his competition on date withheld. And I'm like, and at first I'm like, oh my gosh, what did I just do? I didn't mean for this to happen. Because even though this guy was a jerk to me, I see that this person's not wanting to sponsor him anymore. And I'm like flipping out now because, this guy has lost his chance to do what he loves. And I didn't want that to happen. But at the same time, I'm thinking, what do I do? Because obviously their mind's made up and they're not going to change their minds, so why say anything about it? Because in powerlifting, in order to get into an event, you have to have a sponsor or sponsors so that you, I guess any money you make from it, I guess it goes to the sponsors. I don't know how it works. But anyway, they decided not to sponsor him anymore. So when they decided not to sponsor him, he couldn't compete in the meet that he was supposed to go to. So I was like, oh my gosh, what did I do? You know, why did this happen? I didn't mean for this to happen. But at the same time, it was like, you know, what else was I going to do? You know, I mean, I felt bad that this guy, you know, lost his sponsor. But at the same time, you know, I'm not going to just sit there and, you know, not have something done about it, you know. And of course, I didn't know it was going to go to such a extent that it was going to go to the extent that it did. And I'm just like, oh my gosh, what did I do? And so then he ended up losing his sponsor. He didn't go to the meet. And after a while, in fact, it was like last year or the year before, I went to the guy who, you know, bombed me like Pearl Harbor, and I checked his Facebook page. And when I looked at his pictures, I had noticed that he was no longer the big roid ragey Hulk that he used to be. And in fact, he was a lot smaller. So apparently, what may have happened altogether is he either was not allowed to powerlift anymore, or he just decided to quit. I don't know, but it was just so weird, because the things that happened, I didn't think were going to happen. I thought that I was just going to, you know, talk to my friend about what happened, let off some steam, go about my day. You know, I didn't expect to, like, let off steam, have my friend post about it on his wall, and then have all these comments come in, and then have one of the people who commented be this guy's sponsor, have him lose that sponsor, and then not be able to do what he loves, and then, you know, but in a way, I guess, you know, karma is a you-know-what. So, you know, I just didn't think that it was going to come to that. You know, I feel bad that it happened, but, you know, you can't let somebody do that kind of thing to you. And when you've got friends that are like the kind of friends that I have, you know, if they don't like what people are doing to you, they're going to say something. And then I guess when they say something, you're going to have other people that don't even know you that are going to back you up. So that's what happened with that. So anyway, guys, that's my story for the day. I hope you enjoyed it. If you did enjoy it, give this video a thumbs up. And if you have not subscribed to my channel, please hit that red subscribe button down here. It's over here. And if you do watch this video, please leave a friendly, happy comment down below, and I will reply to you, because I reply to all my comments if I get them. So I thank you guys for watching this video, and if it was a short one, I apologize, but that's as far as the story went. And I thank you guys for watching, and I will see you guys in the next video. Peace.